Hi students, I am Mrs. R. Ambikeshwari, Assistant Professor, Department of English, KCS Kasinada College of Arts and Science. Today, let's see the summary of the poem Mr. Edwards and the Spider. About the author's introduction. Robert Lowell was an American poet born in Boston, Massachusetts on March 1, 1917, from a descendant of two prominent New England families. In his lifetime, he produced a stunning, varied body of writing and became a prominent and influential poetic figure, known in particular for his mark on the world of confessional poetry and his political activism. Lowell was a conscientious objector during the World War I. Now, introduction to this poem. Lowell used text from famous 18th century preacher Jonathan Edwards' famous sermon, Sinners in the Hands of an Angry God. Further scrutiny and comparison will show that Lowell's poem was constructed from different sources contradictory to conventional belief. Jonathan Edwards, a Puritan theologian and a philosopher of British American Puritanism, was one of the forerunners of the age of Protestant missionary expansion in the 19th century. Now let's see the summary. The poem, written in the first person, begins with the speaker using visual imagery to describe how he saw spiders swimming from tree to tree and how they marched through the air one autumn day. The description lent a sense of weightlessness to the spider, and this is coupled with the alliteration in tree to tree that emphasizes the moment. The text for the poem's first stanza is mainly taken from the letter of Insects, written by Jonathan Edwards to Judge Paul Douglas in 1723. In this letter, Edwards recorded his observations and ruminations about these creatures, noting their shining webs, glistening strings that fascinated him. He compares sinners to insects that are dangled over a fire, vulnerable to the flames. The second stanza begins with Edwards' lines, "What are we in the hands of the greatest God?" Edward compares people's rejections of the puritanical fundamentalist belief to battling flames with thorns and briars. The thorns may be sharp, but it cannot fight a fire. Lowell ends the stanza with the "How will the hands be strong? How will the heart endure?" This line is taken from Edward's sermons in reference to Ezekiel 22:14. "Can thine heart endure, or can thine hands be strong in the days that I shall deal with thee? I, the Lord, say spoken it, and will do it." In addition to these, the more textual materials from the Edwards, the future punishments of the wicked. The third stanza also contains lines taken from his more popular sermons, "Sinners at the Hands of an Angry God." These lines from the later sermons postulates that if one were to ask the dead in hell if they had expected their unfortunate outcome, they would deny this and claim that they did not intend to spend eternity in eternal damnation. They will also say that they had wanted to amend their ways, but like a thief, death came unexpectedly. The stanza continues with more lines from the future punishments sermon, in which Edwards explains that a sinner will yield to the fires of the hell in the same manner that the spider does not struggle against being exposed to the flame. Edward observed that when a spider is placed over a flame, the creature will extend its legs and become consumed, swallowed by the fire. The fifth stanza follows suit and uses more text from the future punishments, which starts by raising a question regarding the depth of the hell. Lowell adds an identity to the speaker's interlocutor, none other than Joshua Halley, Jonathan Edwards' uncle, who committed suicide. According to Christian belief, suicide is ranked as one of the worst sins and will guarantee a spot in the hell for the deceased soul. In this sermon, Edward uses tactile imagery in attempts to help the intended audience imagine the torture of an eternity in hell. The last line of the poem uses the spider theme again. But instead of the spider as a symbol of the sinner's helplessness against the wrath of a god, the black widow, a North American species of the venomous spider, is used to symbolize Edward's real definition of death. To die and experience the sinking of one's soul into the endless abyss of hell. Mr. Edwards and the spider uses the imagery and the symbolism of a spider in a variety of ways as it is woven into the central theme. To conclude, the spider in this context is a symbol of how man's mindlessness, slothfulness, immortality, complacent nature leads to his destruction. If man is helpless against the venom of a spider, he is no match for God's retribution. In the fourth stanza, the speaker witnesses his spider burn over a flame. The destruction of the spider was so instantaneous that the creature did not have time to struggle or escape. This is how Edward explains how powerless man is against his inevitable doom. In this final stanza, the Black Widow is mentioned again, but the spider used as a symbol of an unrepentant soul's death. Mr. Edward and the spider uses the imagery and the symbolism of a spider to express the central theme of this poem. Thanks for watching my video.